Hi everyone, and time for another video from Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. We have this very cute little bird down here now. I think this is a stork, but you might think it is a... Oh, hang on, sorry, just think my book was tucked under something. You may think it's a crane, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if it matters really. Now it looks like it's only standing on one leg. Is it a flamingo? But a lot of birds only stand on one leg. So it could be anything really. So I'm thinking carefully about what colour. Do you like its hat? I really like its hat. I want to do, let me have a think. Sun's coming in the window. I hope it's not going to interfere with us. I think it's okay. It's not strong. It's behind a cloud, so I think we'll be all right. I rather like the party hat. I think it's cute. I think we don't have to do it a sort of typical bird type colour, but on the other hand, it might be quite fun. I'm just looking at what I've got. I think I'm going to have an experiment with some greys and see how he comes out. He, she, don't know. So I'm going to start with this colour. It is called laurel green, but I've got it in my greys because for me it looks very grey. So we'll have a go. Just giving it a sharpen. Right. So I'm going to do the whole of the sort of main part of the body with a layer of this. It's not a particularly dark grey, and that is a purposeful choice. Because I'm going to, I don't know whether to do a bit of feathering, you know, draw some feathers on, or whether to just darken some areas. Have a think. I think I'm going to go over these bits as well. We will darken those up. It won't all be the same colour once we've finished. When I say it, I mean okay, so now we're going to go a little darker. And I think the carbon grey, I need to give this a good sharpen. I feel like my sharpener's getting a bit full. Looks like it's going to be a really nice day. Now, carbon grey. So, I think I'm going to do the tail feathers first. And I feel like a dark bit here. Now, I'm pushing harder here and then letting go. And it sort of gives a tapered look. You don't have to do it in such an exaggerated manner. I was just getting very distracted by my social media. My shopping centre, local shopping centre, has done something really sweet. They have left Christmas presents, it looks like only 3, around the shopping centre for people to find. And it says on it, on the label, if you find this present then it's yours. I think it's such a sweet thing to do. I'm going to draw in some feathers, I've decided, just little tiny little lines. I don't know if they're even going to be visible as lines. The sharper your pencil, the more they look like feathers, but I'm just going to do a little bit. It will add a little bit of texture to the bird and make him look a bit less flat as well. And I thought it was really cute, a really sweet idea, but I'm not going into town. I mean, I feel that. I'm sure there are other people that are more deserving of a little free prezi. It's probably just some sweets or something, you know. But I think it's a really cute idea. I think had they done it every day through Christmas shopping time, maybe they will. It might encourage more people into the shopping centre. But they do have a good selection of shops anyway. I was in there. What did I buy in there the other day? I went and bought some things from the deli. And I bought something else. I can't remember. It's good, isn't it? I can't remember why I went in there. I didn't go in there to buy from the deli. I just happened to end up buying from the deli. So you can see a little bit of texture on our bird, but I want a little bit of shadow underneath the wing. So I'm just going to Oops, I didn't mean to draw there when I was demonstrating. I'm trying to raise that. Whoopsie whoops. Never mind. There we go. I'm just going to get my eraser. Hopefully I can get rid of that. And give you a chance to catch up with what I'm doing. Can't find it. Here it is. Oh, I try and grab it and I end up pushing it further away. That smudge there is a result of me not checking that the tip of the eraser was clean and it deposited whatever was on it already onto the paper. That's near enough. If you do that, you can always put a little background in if you want. Get rid of it. Right, now beak, leg. Now legs are interesting, aren't they? I'm always quite tempted to do them yellow to match the beak, but they're not. They're never going to be that colour. What I think I'm going to do is use the rose quartz. Now this name is slightly distracts from the colour. I think it's not really a rose quartz colour. It is like a pinky grey, and I think it could work quite well. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit down and then think about where I want more colour. Maybe here. Now you might rather make him look, they look more like a flamingo with pink salmons and things like that, but because I did a flamingo on a different page where there was one, then I just want this to look a little bit different. But I do think I'd like the beak to be bright, so I am going to go for a sort of yellowish colour, I think. Why not? Goldish maybe? Let's have a look. What have we got? We've got a sienna gold. It's a little bit too orange, I think. I'm always tempted to go with the golden sun. I might just do it. Why not? It just feels like it's the right colour. Here we go. Golden sun. There we go. There it is. I think that works. Now this party hat. I think it's a party hat, and therefore I think it needs to be bright and cheery and jolly. I'm very tempted to just go red. I think I will. So I'm going to grab the pure red and give it a sharpen. I wonder how many times I say the word sharpen in my videos, over every video I've made. I wonder actually what word I've said the most. Probably not sharpen, probably But apart from that word, maybe pencil or something like that. There we go. I'm really blocking it in quite solidly. I think it's nice to do that. But we are going to add a bit of colour on the edges to make it look more rounded. But what colour? Well, I think I'm going to use the shiraz for the red part. I was trying to think of a colour I could use which would work across both the red area and the white area, but I don't think it's going to work. So I'm going to use a bit of shiraz on the edge here, like that, and here, and a little bit on this side and this side, and hopefully that will just give the impression that our hat is a little bit rounded. Now, on the white bits, I actually want to leave those white. I think it really looks fun, and like how I would imagine a party hat might look. But I need a little bit of shadow on that white, so I want a sort of silvery grey. I tend to use the Oxford grey. I think it's the best silvery grey in this set, so that's what I'm going to do. Here it is. And I don't want too much. I mean, obviously you've got lots of grey going on, but it's supposed to just look like a shadow, just a little bit on the edge, like we've done on the red, really. Just a tad. Now the pom-pom, I was thinking maybe a green one. What shade of green? Grass green, I think. I like the thought of. That's what I'm going to do. You could do a sort of gold or something, but there's not a lot of room to create gold. So this looks like it's a pom-pom rather than something flat. So now I've put that down, I want to put a darker colour on top to try to emphasise the fact that it isn't completely flat. So I've grabbed my jungle green, which I'm sharpening. Here we go, jungle green. And I'm just going to do like a scribble on top of the green, like that. Bear with me. Then I'm going to do the same with my leaf green. Oh, where's the name gone? There it is. It's hiding. And hopefully now it looks a little bit more like, if I put it a bit closer, more like there's some texture in our pom-pom. Okay, now we have our florals to do. There's a little bit of grass, which I always find a little bit tricky on a page where I'm not going to do a background, to just draw in that bit of grass. I was thinking, ooh, is it just going to look a bit odd? But I can't ignore it. So I'm going to use the grass green that we use for the pom-pom and just put in a little bit. I'm going to keep it quite thin. There we go. Now I'm wondering whether to use the same colour as the bobble for our leaves so that it sort of works together. I think I am. So a leaf green. We're going to do the leaves a little bit differently to how we may have done them in other pictures, just for a bit of a difference. So I'm going to use the leaf green at the top and the bottom just a little bit. The leaves are quite small, we don't have lots of space, but try to make it a little bit quite intense top and bottom and a little bit less. And we'll just do it on all of them like this. There we go. And the bottoms of our flowers, I'm just going to do the bit nearest to the flower. That one's so small. Then I'm going to grab this jungle green and just going to finish off these flowers. Now I'm going to expand that colour towards the centre on all of our leaves. I am thinking now, does this mean that I need to do my flowers red? I think it does. And as they look like tulips, which obviously Johanna sort of makes it up as she goes along, I'm just going to sharpen my next green. It's the grass green. They look like tulips. I think it'll work. Grass green. Again, go over it all and just extend it towards the centre, leaving a little really light bit in the centre. Like this. And move all the way along. There we go. So our red, this is the pure red that we use mainly, so I'm going to use this first. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use the other red or not. I shall see how it looks. just going to try and make it a little bit more intense at the bottom by layering it up a bit more, and then a bit less towards the tip. Now you could with these put some lines down because of the sort of spiky top type thing, maybe indicating you have different little petals, but I think I'm just going to grab that shiraz and put a little bit of colour at the very bottom. Just a tad. You might not even think it's worth bother. You could put some on the sides as well, but I think that's fine. He looks rather smart. Do you think he's on his way to a party? What do you reckon? Or does he just wear that hat all the time because he's a fun guy? Right, I think I am done. You could put some white dots on the flowers, but I like the pure redness of it all. I know I've got white spots on the hat, so it would sort of match, but I'm just not feeling it. So I'm going to leave it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.